Welcome to the first episode of my 13 Nights of Halloween 2023 miniseries. Now, before we begin today, I just want to point out that I made the absolute worst decision of my entire life to start doing paints while in calls with my friends over Discord, and here's why.
Randy has a mustache.
Shut up. God.
It's a milk mustache.
I'm gonna use that in the video.
First you draw a milk mustache.
Oh my god. I knew I should have done the bottom line first. I absolutely love those guys. Okay. So, today's paint is a recreation of a paint that I did back in 2021, which was inspired by a Halloween pumpkin tattoo that I originally found on Google. I originally started by making a triangle nose, but quickly realized that I needed to glue down my eyebrows before really doing anything, so I switched over to doing that instead. While waiting for that to dry, I actually moved over to the bottom pumpkin piece. I started mapping out the center parts of each pumpkin curve with white paint. Use those lines and create ovals around them, with the middle one being a full oval and the outer ones being connecting ovals. I filled those with orange paint, but left a small space unpainted where they connect, so it's easier for myself to know where my original shapes were, and I can do the shading later. Now that the brows are glued, I cover them with concealer and pat them down with concealing powder. I'm still not the best at this process, but this is gonna do. I mapped out where I wanted the eye holes and made triangles with white paint. And with white paint still, I mapped out where I wanted the bottom of the top pumpkin portion to lay. I wanted a wavy effect to look like a upper jaw or maybe teeth. Moving back to the bottom, I used brown to shadow those spaces between orange I left earlier. This gives the illusion that the pumpkin has a bit of depth. Now take a reddish orange, more on the orange side shade, and use that to pull the brown into the orange in small strokes for a better blend. Then take the original orange pumpkin color and sharpen the lines opposite to the side you pulled the brown. Now map out the top pumpkin part just like the bottom. And I'm going in and doing the same process as the bottom, starting with the base orange color, then shading with brown, then blending. I pre-planned where I wanted this green smoke to go, and with a lime green paint I'm filling in the shape along with little bubbles around it. I fill in the upper parts of my eyes and nose too. With a dark green, fill the rest of the bottom of the eyes and nose. With the same dark green, I'm going to create shadowing once again, putting it where the pumpkin and the green smoke connect. After that, use the same blending technique as before with the green smoke to get a nice gradient. I then dot around some shadowing here and there in the smoke, wherever it would seem the most logical for a glowing effect. Now it's time to start blacking out the rest of the body for a perfect blend into the void. After going back to finish small details like coloring in my lips and blending the eyes and nose portions just like I did before with the smoke, it's time to play with glow paint, which, spoiler alert, didn't work. It just blended a lot of my hard work together and made some parts really muddy, but not like too bad for the camera to pick up. Here are the final result of my remastered pumpkin. I think my skills have proven to increase way further than I personally expected, and there's still changes I'd make, but I guess that's just the game we play as an artist, isn't it?